Hello, dogs. Hello. Go back. Give me views. Go back. Hey guys, it is Lily here from Crafting Through Mental Health, and today I'm going to wear my sunnies, do a bit of a Casey Neistat, because you're either getting this or this the whole video, because I can't see and my eyes are ultra sensitive to the light. Also, I am in the garden because we're in England and it is a sunny day, so you have to appreciate the sun. And if you see any whippets, I'm not apologising because I need views, so whippets bring in views. Today we are talking about self-harm and understanding it and how to quit. I used to self-harm. I started self-harm when I was 13, about 9 years ago, and I quit probably a long time ago. I mean, when I say I quit, it was sort of from the constant having to drive from that pain of always having that addiction. The last time I self-harmed was more like a year ago when I had a major breakdown. So that was the last time, but I didn't do it constantly from then. The first thing to understand with self-harm is that it is actually an addiction. Much like smoking, drugs and gambling, it's very different, much as those three are from themselves. It's different as in it's not something enjoyable, like drugs will give you a high. Self-harm does give you a high, but it's the same high. And also gambling is it driven from needing money and wanting to win things, where self-harm you're not winning anything. I would say it's most similar to smoking, though smoking is a culturally accepted thing still, where self-harm you couldn't go out and tell people that and then be alright with it. I do already have a video on why people may self-harm. I will link it up in the cards, but some of the basics are turning your sort of mental pain into physical pain, because physical pain does last less time. Reducing overwhelming feelings or emotions, and also punishment on yourself. That was quite a big trigger for me. I used to feel like I needed punishing and stuff like that. So there are a lot of different triggers for that, and if you want to learn more about that, there is that video. At the end of the day, self-harm is not good for you, it's not good for people around you. It is always best to quit. That is easier said than done. I always remember going to therapy, and a lot of you probably have heard the same sort of thing, and hearing the same old, use the elastic band to pull there and it will like ping, or the ice cube hold against you and that will melt and freeze. I never liked those techniques. I always thought they sort of triggered it on more. They would make me want to do it more and more frustrated because it's not giving you that full release. They may help others, so if you find they do help yourself, then there is nothing wrong with that. First and foremost, there is always a reason why you will self-harm. A lot of people see it as attention seeking, therefore it isn't. If you are doing it for attention, you still need that help. There is something wrong if you are cutting yourself or burning yourself or self-harming in any way for attention. You still need that help. There is a reason why. And one of the biggest things that will help you is resolving the issue in the first place. So I suffered from generalized anxiety, I have autism, I had a speech problem, I wasn't very good socially with friends, and there was a lot of issues there which triggered me to eventually self-harm. So therefore I needed to resolve those and help myself with those to get to the point I am today, where I am a recovered self-harmer. You can do this by going to therapy, talking it through with friends, but knowing that there is an issue. It's like they say with alcoholism, the first step is knowing that you are an alcoholic. So the first step is knowing that self-harm isn't good for you and seeking help for it. Hello, my love. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, a dandy, dandy. So pets, as you can see, help because you never really feel alone with them, and you can talk away to them as well. but having a good friend there is so helpful. Having someone to be able to talk to that isn't judging, that even if you do relapse and stuff like that, won't be too judging or anything like that, is so helpful. And they can also help distract you as well, to sort of break away from that cycle. If there are unhelpful people around, then that is one of the first signs to know that they aren't good friends, or they are negative people, and you need to sort of remove them from your life somehow. It's easier said than done if it's a family member or anything like that, but know that if someone is treating you wrong, then that's not a good thing. It's not normal, it's not okay, and you need to surround yourself with positive people. People that make you smile rather than leaving them and feeling more drained. If you're finding this hard at the moment, you can always call a helpline. I will link some down below. And hello. Can you see the doggos? Hello. Yeah, do you agree? Calling a helpline will always help, like the Samaritans. I will link them down below. But they can also help if you are finding it difficult, if you are feeling sort of very anxious or suicidal or anything like that. They are very helpful. Another one that is quite helpful is drawing. So you can either draw on your body, drawing on paper, writing things down has always helped. If you do draw on paper or write stuff down, another thing that I find helps is burning it. Obviously safely, do not do that in your house, but having a good session where you burn that stuff away is so brilliant. Get off me, bug. Problems of filming outside. So I always found it kind of lets go of that sort of negative emotion, and sort of it's just really relieving to burn stuff. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? But it is. Another one similar to this is distracting yourself. So coming up with a new hobby. Crafting obviously is my thing. I love drawing, and whenever I feel bad, I like to sort of crochet or something like that. I just find it so relaxing, and you get something out of it afterwards. I just love it. Colouring books are amazing if you're not feeling so great about your art yourself. Other things are sports. You could play a musical instrument or learn how to do something new. Maybe play video games, anything that kind of takes your mind off of it, releases a little bit of that energy, and it's just amazing. And so many people I know that get so depressed and they're like, oh, I'm lonely and stuff like that, which is understandable. I've been there, and I know loads of people that have, but I'm like, so what are your plans to do today? So yep, you're on your own today. What are your plans? Are you going to do a project? Are you going to make something? Are you going to play video games all day? And they're like, oh, I'm going to do nothing. I'm like, that's just going to trigger off the sort of depression side of it and anxiety, because you get stuck in your own head when you're on your own. And I used to find this a lot. I used to just get stuck in my own head, where if I'm busy doing something, I'm too busy to be thinking of negative thoughts. I mean, it could be as simple as watching a movie or TV show. You know, you don't have to be crafting and doing stuff. You can go on a walk. There's just loads of stuff to kind of get, you know, yourself out there and just fill yourself with a little bit more of positivity, like watching a new season of a program. Maybe nothing too depressing or anything, but it can just really help clear your mind, distract you, and then by the end of the day you're like, oh, I feel like I've done something really good today and I've come out with it, my skill is improving, or I've had a really nice chilled relaxing day, and that's cool and it's really lovely. So, you know, fill yourself with that sort of thing. The thing I used to do a lot now, I think I used to do this a lot because when I was younger I did have an eating disorder. I was very ill with my anxiety, so I wasn't well in myself, but I used to sleep. So if I was really upset, I'd go to sleep, and I used to always find it helps you go to sleep and it just helps you feel better. Hello. Yeah, you can cuddle a dog and sleep, and it's great. Ow. You like to get your attention, don't you? Cuddle your puppies. To fill yourself with positivity. Yep, a lot easier said than done. I used to be very negative, but now I'm very positive, looking forward to the future. Just excitement with loads of stuff. What are you eating? What are you eating? Stop it. Cough it up. I'm trying to work here. Cough it up. There. So fill yourself up with positivity. Surround yourself by positive people. Stop trying to bring yourself down. And with self-harm, it is very good to sort of remind yourself that you do not deserve to be cut or hurt or injured in any way. And that's easier sometimes. Most of you watching this who do probably feel like you hate yourself and you're the worst person ever. It's not true. No one is. We can all turn ourselves around and be amazing, positive, helping people. So remind yourself that you're going to make yourself a better person, and just caring for others and yourself. There are things online that will help you turn to love yourself, and I think everyone needs to learn how to love themselves, because...
And remember, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen in here? Amen! All right, now let the music play.
Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Another one is what a lot of people say, getting rid of tools, the equipment that you use to harm yourself. This is an odd one because I don't actually believe it fully works. I know people that have quit smoking, but they still have a packet of fags around them, just in case. That's an odd one, but I feel like you get more anger if it's completely gone. It's such a weird thing to explain, but it's sort of like you'll find other methods to do it. And yes, if you have an extremely harming tool, like, I want to say get rid of your tools and it will help, but I know from experience that it never really helped me. Having it there, other techniques helped me, but having it there was sort of like a weird safety net thing. It's like a weird, like, cuddle blanket thing there, and you hopefully won't need it, but it's that sort of horrible thing, because I've found when I've taken my tools away, I've actually ended up doing more damage than good, because if you take those tools away, there is always going to be something else there. There is always other tools. I mean, at the end of the day, you can harm yourself just with yourself. So it's a really horrible situation, but there's other methods. You don't just do that one. Like, eventually when you get to the point where you feel like, yes, I can let go of this, then do it. But I think straight away to be like, yes, I'm quitting, I'm getting rid of my tools, is not the most helpful. Also, if you do quit to self-harm, let's say you get to 6 months, if you get to even like a month or anything, at the end of the day, there was a really good quote, I can't remember where I heard it, but it was like, if you have 7 roses and 1 dies, you don't get rid of all the roses. So don't give up that chain of the accomplishment. So you've done really well if you've gotten to a month, even a day sometimes. That is still an achievement at the end of the day. If you've relapsed, don't give that up. So when I say, like, really, I've quit for a year, but in my head I've quit a lot longer, because yes, I've had a relapse or 2, but they are not as bad as they were in the past. I think with these different tools, you can definitely get somewhere with this. Therapy and going to your doctors for help is always a good option as well. Seek out help, talk to people about it, talk to people you can trust, and you'll get there eventually. Learn to love yourself is one of my biggest things I can teach anyone, and just be happy and try and fix those original problems that caused you to do this. I really hope this video helped. If you can think of anything else, please pop it down in the comments so other people can read. And also, I will, like I said, link down helplines and websites that can also help. Oi! I'm sat right here, do not dig. Digging is not a good coping mechanism. It might be. If you find digging helps, then do it. But if you're a whippet, do not do it because it's not your garden. Please subscribe because I make mental health and art videos and it will notify you every time I do upload. I hope you have a fabulous week. If you are in the UK, I hope you're enjoying this sunshine. Please get out there and enjoy yourself and just remember you are all amazing and lovely.